The streets of Florence lay shrouded in an oppressive gloom, the air thick with the acrid scent of decay and the palpable weight of fear. The plague swept through the city like a merciless tempest, leaving behind a trail of sorrow and despair. Among the masked figures drifting through the alleys was Silvano, a plague doctor whose presence seemed to anchor the very shadows around him. His black cloak billowed like a mourning shroud, a constant reminder of the lives he could not save, and his eyes, once ablaze with ambition, now mirrored the world's darkness. One evening, while scouring a dust-choked apothecary for remnants of hope, Silvano's fingertips brushed against something unexpected, a tattered manuscript, hidden beneath layers of dried herbs and forgotten powders. The pages, fragile and yellowed, whispered of a rare flower rumored to thrive in the nearby hills. This blossom, said to possess miraculous healing properties, flickered like a candle in Silvano's heart, battling against the skepticism that had long clouded his mind. Could this be the redemption he had sought amidst the ruins of despair? With newfound urgency, Silvano stepped into the night, his heart pounding in sync with each echo of his footsteps against the cobblestones. The moon hung low, casting an ethereal glow that illuminated the path winding into the hills. As he collected the rare blooms, their vibrant petals flickered with life, a stark contrast to the death and decay he had left behind. Each blossom he gathered felt like a promise, a chance to rewrite the narrative that had ensnared Florence in its grip of despair. Dawn broke as Silvano returned to his makeshift lab, the first rays of sunlight spilling over the horizon. He mixed the precious ingredients with trembling hands, haunted by visions of families shattered by the plague. Days blurred into sleepless nights as he tested and retested his concoction, his resolve hardening with each failure. Word of his pursuit spread through the town like a whispered prayer, drawing townspeople, once fearful of his presence, into a growing crowd outside his door. Hope ignited in their eyes, fueling Silvano's determination to succeed. Listening to their stories of loss and longing, each tale resonated within him, stirring memories of his own failures, yet also igniting a fierce desire to fight for the living. The burden of his past began to shift, no longer a weight to bear, but a catalyst for action. At last, the moment arrived. With a mix of trepidation and anticipation, Silvano prepared to administer the first dose to a gravely ill child, her frail body barely able to endure the relentless assault of the disease. Time stretched into an agonizing eternity as he watched, his heart pounding in his chest, until finally, a flicker of life returned to her eyes. News of the miraculous recovery spread like wildfire, igniting a fervor of hope throughout the city. As Florence began to heal, Silvano confronted the ghosts of his past. He visited the graves of those he could not save, laying a flower at each headstone, as a silent apology. In those moments of quiet reflection, he learned that redemption was not solely about curing the plague. It was about acknowledging his failures and finding purpose in the present. With each life he saved, Silvano reclaimed a fragment of himself, transforming from a weary doctor into a beacon of hope. Florence, once suffocated by despair, began to breathe anew, and amidst the revival, Silvano emerged from the shadows. The plague may have ravaged the city, but it also birthed a new healer, one who grasped that true medicine lay not only in knowledge, but in compassion and the unwavering belief in the possibility of change. In the darkest hours, he discovered that light could still pierce through, illuminating the path to healing for both the city and his own fractured spirit.